In the demo, we want to look at the function pointer exploit, we'll look at the bug in IDA Pro, and then we'll automate the exploit with Python, and then we'll exploit it with the address of jackpot. That's what we're going to overwrite the function address with. So here's a look at the program. Let me just go ahead and clear that and type function overwrite and give it some number. And it says, sorry, you didn't win this time. Wow, that's sad. So we want to find a way to cheat this game, and we can do it with a stack buffer overflow to change the function pointer that actually displays the you win message. That's what we want to do. So let's first take a look at the bug in IDA Pro. Let me just minimize this, take this program, drag it into IDA Pro, hit OK. It'll start up. IDA was able to find main for us that time. That's great. So what do? Well, we see that there's a compare of argc with 1, and if it's less than, we'll go over to here to the you didn't put in enough arguments, you didn't put in the number of the game you want to play or the value you chose. If you do, you go over here and you move the address of argv and EAX, add 4 to that, dereference it. That gets us so argv is a pointer to a list of string pointers. That gets us the second pointer in the list, and then we pass that to foo. Come over here, and this is where we see the string copy, and we see that the dest is up here, and if we collapse that to a 20-byte array, this must be the function pointer, this varc. So let's rename that and call it func. Yeah, that's already there. Func pointer. Cool. So now when we go back into our program, we'll see func pointer getting used and called right here. So this is where we want to take control, hijack control of the program. And we could do that in various ways. But for now, we just want to get this jackpot function called. So we see that I was able to identify the name of that as well. And if we hit the space bar to go to the flat view, we see that the address of jackpot is 00401591. Well, that's interesting. So now we know the address, and there's no ASLR or stack cookies or anything else that might sort of mess us up in terms of exploitation. So we can just hard code that value in the function pointer and go directly there. That's really great. So now let's take a look at the program. And this is actually going to be, see, this is the code that we're going to send with Python. What's that going to do? Let's take a look at that and see what that's going to do for us when we go ahead and do that. So type dir, and there's a skeleton in here. And the reason I call it skeleton.py is because it's basically, it's not a finished version of the exploit. We can see that we're going to pass in 20As, and we're going to pass in 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to do the exploit, right? Let's take a look. Subprocess.call function overwrite arg. So we're going to pass this string to this program. Let's do this. Let's type windebug -g -o python skeleton.py, hit enter, and we'll see that basically what that does is it tells Windebug to go ahead and launch Python with this script and follow the children process. So it actually follows the function program that we're interested in, and we see that we crashed at 34, 33, 32, 31. That's what EIP is, the instruction pointer. Now, why is it that? Well, it's that because if we look back at our script, we passed 1, 2, 3, 4 as the final 4 bytes. So bytes in position 20 through 24 in that area, we've got those 4 bytes, and the ASCII representation of that in Little Endian or reverse order is 34, 33, 32, 31. And that's what we see. Okay, so that's perfect. So now the only thing we need to do is then change those final bytes to be the address of jackpot, and we should be able to win, right? Okay, so what I typically do when I give these labs in class, when I teach this class in person, is I typically kind of leave you with that, and then I give you some time to see if you can finish the exploit. So if you want to pause the video and grab the demos and try to finish this without watching the rest of what I'm going to do, that might be a good opportunity to see if you can figure this out on your own. Otherwise, let me go ahead and show you what the solution looks like. First, we'll just run it. Python solution. Let me go ahead and make this screen just a little bigger so I can see it easier. Solution.py, and it says you won, congratulations. So it just prints that out, and it doesn't crash. It's a clean exploit. There's no, log file, crash file, exploitation like that. If you're really into cyber weaponry, you wouldn't want to leave any logs if at all possible. So that's good. We don't see any failure in the exploit or anything like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at, let me actually go ahead and close that IDA, and we'll take a look at the solution. And all we've done is we've taken the address of jackpot and then just used struct.packl, which puts it in little endian order, and then only grabbed the least 3 bytes, not the most significant byte, the 0, because the 0 will be on the end of the string anyway. And then we've added that to the string and passed that. So, or you could actually just put it in reverse order manually. That would work as well. So that's the exploit. Now let's go back over and finish up this module.